Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Roota.com. We are officially, it's official, we're giving away the Roota Victory coin. These are coins that have the two front sides of the two Roota coins. There's the Roota Lives coin, which is the most recent, and then the original Roota coin of Roota going down that silver brick road in the Grand Canyon. We're giving these away for every private road subscription and renewal. So go to roadrooter.com, click on subscribe today. You'll get more information on that. They slammed the price of silver down. As I talked about yesterday, I don't even know what their plan is next. They know that if they go below the moving averages, China, India, and Russia are going to sop up everything and take physical delivery. We just got the India numbers for, what is this for? October. And they imported $331 million worth of physical silver, which is about a little over 10 million ounces, which is a pretty big month, not a massive month. We've had bigger months, as a matter of fact. We had a gigantic 3 months at the beginning of the year of 20 million, 76 million, and 33 million. Yeah, but we are on track right now I think we're going to break, because they're slamming it down close to the moving averages. I think this month's going to be pretty big. My estimate, 20 to 30 million this month. And then next month, December, who knows? All bets are off. Last December they did. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Let's see, last December. Where is it? Here it is. Let's see if December's a big month. 5.8 million. And then they did... Yeah, December, probably not a huge month. Oh, wait a minute. So, yeah, it was October. That was their big month of 61 million. It doesn't matter really about the time or reason. There is no time. There is no reason. It all depends on when the silver market riggers want to rig below the moving averages, because they know that's buying the low. And they'll buy as much as long as these bankers are willing to press the price down. India is going to take delivery of whatever you got. Russia's the new monster on the block. Who knows what they're taking, how much they're taking in. I'm sure they'll report at some point, but nobody believes anything anybody says anymore. Anyway, they especially won't believe anything after the bankers collapse and the derivative bubble implodes and the mess is taken care of, and we start up with fresh new non-derivative markets for silver, gold, for everything, truthfully. Maybe even facilitated through Veritasium. We'll find out, right? All right, so, yep, they're keeping silver right near the moving averages. Right now, the moving averages are $28.71 and $30.34 is the 100-day. So every time it goes under 30.34, which right now it's 30.25, so right now India is loading up. And they're going to do even more the farther the price goes down if they try to hit the 200-day, which is currently at $28.71. They brushed it the other day, and it just bounced right back up. I think we're going to see a brush bounce again if they try to do that. If it goes below this, here's the brush bounce right here. And it just bounced right back up. If they try to do that, if they do try to do it, India, Russia and China will load up on unlimited amounts of silver. Unlimited. Wait, how can that happen, Bix? It's easy. The derivative market is controlled by the U.S. government with the banks and all that, run by a guy named Vinny Viola. Vinny Viola from Virtu Financial is kind of the guy who runs the computer programs out of his criminal operation. And all the banks sign on to this, and it's all agreed upon months and before. The whole lease of JP Morgan silver that they stole from the people, over 1.2 billion ounces to Bank of America, was all planned before and structured. I think Warren Buffett ultimately got most of that. I think Elon Musk probably got some of that. The physical metal people on the hook are B of A and HSBC, who's been the largest deliverer all year long. Actually, it's a HSBC customer, which might be the U.S. Mint. The U.S. Mint is a criminal organization, in my opinion. It's really sad because we're going to have to trust in the Mint for the new system. And this current administration, when Biden put Ventures Gibson in there, who was the head of HR for years, that's all she knew was HR. And she destroyed the silver market. We're fighting to have them make more coins. They're doing okay now. They'll do right here. They've done 22,860,000. They can do 50 to 60 million coins, but they are choosing not to, which is completely illegal under the Silver Eagle Act or the American Eagle Act. You can't do that. Yes, I know that Janet Yellen gets to decide if we're meeting demand, but clearly, if Janet Yellen thinks we're meeting demand, then I would like her to prove that to everybody on the planet, especially silver investors, and oh, by the way, silver dealers who can't get enough Silver Eagles. And no, the U.S. Mint should not be marking up Silver Eagles. I know they mainly get marked up at the dealer level, but the U.S. Mint is also marking up Eagles. And I got that from the horse's mouth. Guy named Jack Sermon, who ran the Silver Eagle program. I don't know. I think he's gone by now. He hasn't returned my when I reach out for a little question Q&A. Haven't heard from him. So he's probably gone. He was in his 70s, and he was very sad to see this program be destroyed the way it has been. It's now the number two sovereign silver coin. Forever, it was number one, the best coin on the planet. And the deep state decided to destroy it, and that's where we are right now. So hang in there. Yeah, it's very exciting times. Okay, let me show you what's going on right now. We got futures. Look at this. It's just, these are high numbers. Yesterday, volume about 90,000 contracts, which is 450 million ounces of silver. It's just staying high. And all the exchange for physical. This is where, here's another 10 million ounces that got exchanged yesterday for physical. And that will be delivered in London. Right now we're sitting at, do I have Harvey? I was looking at HarveyOregonblog.com today, and I think we were at 70, so it's another 10, 80 million silver ounces through the exchange for physical program where you buy the contracts on the COMEX and you send it to London for delivery. Probably going to India. Lots of information on India right now. Let me show you. So, India this month imported 10 million ounces. Here's the India. This is from Metals Focus. I know. Metals Focus is the company that changes all the Silver Institute, the annual silver, what's it called? I don't even remember the name of it. What's kind of name? The Silver Survey. They're the ones who go back and change the historical numbers to make their numbers work, because they can't show that photovoltaics last year in 2023 went up 76%, not 64%. And oh, by the way, that 64% is actually 34% from their numbers, because they went and changed historical numbers. That should be completely illegal, to change historical numbers to fool you into thinking that a jump from 118 to 193 on the photovoltaics, when you look at the year before, and it wasn't 193, it was much higher. So they're literally lying. And if you go to road2roota.com, just go to the very first page on the public road, and you scroll down a little bit, and I put red boxes over the numbers, the historical numbers they changed, literally changed. The actual number is 38%. They have it that silver went up 38% in photovoltaics, when the industry has it that they went up 76%. So that's exactly half. That is pure fraud and criminality, my friends. And then they had to change all these other numbers to make the numbers work. And they're probably going to do the same thing. We should have any day their update. They do updates. Let's see here. If you look at, you go to the silverinstitute.com, go to publications, and let's find out when they did their update last year. It'll be called the 2024 Interim Silver Market Review. This is the one they did last year, and it came out on November 15th, which is today. So look out for this over the weekend. We'll see. The thing about this is it was more closer to what I thought it should be, and yet by the end of the day, when they did the numbers and gave it to the Silver Institute after the first quarter of the year after of 2024, completely different what do they call it? Narrative. Because look at this. If you go down to the photovoltaic stuff, which I've been following because it is the number one, we're going to do 450 to 500 million ounces of silver just in photovoltaics this year. And they aren't telling you that. The Silver Institute Metals Focus, that's the information they're hiding. But they didn't hide it here. As they said, we're going over from PERC to TopCon. That's why there's so much overcapacity. So many solar panel manufacturers have, basically it was a leapfrog. That's it. A leapfrog of technology from PERC to TopCon. And TopCon's the two-sided, they use about 50% more silver, 40% more silver now, the real good ones. But the older ones were even more than that. It was even, at times it was over 100% more silver. But now the official numbers of the best of the best of the best, and most people don't have the best manufacturing lines. The latest and greatest is about 15 grams of silver per watt. And you can easily do those calculations. But, yeah, as they're saying, they had for 24 a huge jump in TopCon. It's going to be bigger than this. I think they had like 50%. It's going to be like 70% in TopCon, which is even more silver. That's how I get to my 450 to 500 million ounces just in photovoltaic silver this year. So hang on to your hats. And there are no signs of stopping, by the way, in case you're wondering, it's going to drop. I was watching this guy on one of the Kitco discussions he was talking to the head of, or the chairman of the board of the Silver Institute, which is, I forgot his name. If you go over to the Institute, About Us, where's the About Us? Our members, About the Institute. There we go. Chairman, that's not the guy. Where is he? Oh, those are the officers. Mike DeRenzo is the guy who runs it. It's only like 2 or 3 guys who work there. But the head of Hecla Mining, I forgot his name, chairman of the board. Anyway, this guy who claimed to be a silver expert was saying, I know photovoltaics because I was into that industry, and it will die. It will absolutely drop off after 2022. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's the dumbest analysis I've ever heard. Photovoltaics this year will hit, if you go to roadrooter.com, I got all this information if you're looking for it. We're going to hit, right now, it's going to be over 600 gigawatts, up from 444. So no, it is not going down. It's going down at no time in the near future because and price doesn't matter. Oversupply doesn't matter. I mean, oversupply is obviously good for it. It makes it cheaper to put in solar panels. But countries are running this. Countries that print money are trying to live up to the environmental standards that they all agreed to, and that's why it's jumping up so high. So yeah, well over doubling in the last 2 years. And that's a hell of a lot of silver. And I've been screaming this for a very long time, but not many people listen. You guys do. All right. So India. So I'm looking forward to the what do they call it? The interim silver market should come out any day now. And I'll talk to you guys about that. But I just want to point out that Metals Focus numbers for India are higher than mine in the last 2 months. I don't know why. I use the import data. They use right here Indian Customs plus Metals Focus. So that's them making shit up, and it's excluding jewelry imports. But their numbers for the last 2 months have been huge. There's right now they're sitting at about 230 million ounces, which is I think the second largest ever. It's way bigger than last year. I think they said 8 times as big as last year. Silver imports is what Metals Focus is saying. So you got to wonder, okay, why are they doing this? Why are they adding more and more to this silver import? Is that to say, oh yeah, it wasn't China, it was just India. It was the silverware and jewelry markets. No, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, most of the, for a long time it was just grain coming in. Now it's a whole lot of bars. That's 86% silver bars are going in. So that's refined silver. Probably they get that from the LBMA. Remember, we said that the COMEX does the delivery through the LBMA. The LBMA would do the shipping into India. It used to be only, what was it? The UAE, because they had a special trade relationship with them, but that ended, and now it's cheaper to do it directly from the UK, which is, I think, that's where these bars are coming, and China. So that's interesting. That a big chunk of it's coming from China to India. Interesting. I heard that China is not exporting, but who knows? And and where do they get this information source? Indian Customs, which we know, and oh, by the way, Metals Focus. That's their own. I've got to make up a new number today. It's crazy. We live in a crazy world. Anyway, hang in there, my friends. It's all happening. It's very exciting. We will see silver into the thousands and thousands of dollars. We will see 10-to-1 silver with gold. We will see 7-to-1 silver with gold. We'll probably see 1-to-1 and maybe even 1-to-10. So make sure you are positioned to ride this thing out. Chaos is coming. The deep state has 60-something days before Trump gets in. Trump's already put in the dream team of what I would want. You got Tulsi Gabbard as the NSA. Just so many people. He's doing it right this time, thank God. But I think it's all a show. At the end of the day, the good guys have been in charge this whole time. But we'll find out, right? If this is the bad guy's last stand, I do expect massive chaos between now and inauguration. Probably the destruction of the monetary system, which I think Trump wants to do because he knows it's going to happen, and anybody can pull that trigger now. So he probably wants that to happen before he gets in there to right the ship, shall we say. So timing, who knows? If the Democratic Party, not necessarily just the deep state, but the Democrats, if they have any tricks up their sleeves because the Republicans won the House, they're going to play them in the next 60 days or so. So was it 60 days or let's see, 15, 45, like 60 days to inauguration. Look out. Just hang in there and try to survive. That's all you can do. Get your physical metal in your own possession. Go to your local coin guy and buy, or go to someone like Miles Franklin who will take care of you. info@milesfranklin.com. And at Road to Roota, again, we are now officially giving away we're calling it Roota's Victory Coin. It's a two-sided, the two front sides of our coin on the same coin. It's 1 ounce of silver, $9.99 fine, and we will mail it to your front door with every public or private road subscription and renewal. All right? This is Bix Weir, roadtoRoota.com. I'll talk to you later.